evening and welcome to another edition of Newsfile UK. Tonight, one particular thing we're going to look at is um, the election that we're about to, you know, go, the coming election that is 2024. A lot of people have the idea that it's not going to be that smooth. There's going to be fireworks and all that. My question is, why would we assume that in the first place, if not because of perhaps previous incidents? We've seen that there's been some casualties and all that. Otherwise, personally, don't see why we'd have to even be scared that there would be, war, or there will be some sort of difficulty in the election. This is my worry. But I believe that we all don't expect to see things like that. It's just unfortunate that we sometimes assume there will be war or civil war for that matter, in our elections. Anyway, just want to say good evening to you and welcome to the program that is Newsfile UK. I'm going to go straight to Chairman, who would help us to, start all the affairs tonight. Anyway, somebody has just texted me already saying that he's looking forward for the program tonight because it's going to be very interesting. I mean, first of all, we assume that because of the casualties we've had over the previous election about a few years ago, it is not likely we can have peaceful election, as Mahama assumes or suggests that though they are for peace, they're not going to sit down as it looks as if those in power always have the advantage to win election, whether to buy the EC or do a genuine job. I've got Chairman Yosen. Chairman, I've called you impromptu. Are you ready, or we should call you back in 5-10 minutes, please? Yeah, hello, Chairman. Can you hear me? Okay. First of all, I believe that you have an idea what we're here to talk about tonight. And yes, you for yeah you. I can call you about 5-10 minutes when I can call you 5-10 minutes when you're ready. We don't mind. We can call you later. Okay. All right. No problem. Good evening and welcome from your journey and for joining us this evening. Thank you very much. You have actually suggested that from what is happening, as likely anything can happen with what's going on, especially with the election. Do you still stand by your words, and you still think things does not seem it's still things look very tensed as we see from the events happening? We've seen some of the DC's areas having some violence and some conflicts here and there.
That situation of things, because the government seems not to be in control, which is very dangerous for our society. When the MPP administration won the general elections, they gave every other to act in the best interest of our country, and that is what we genuine Ghanaians believe in. We are not like the Republic of Congo, where there's We are not Sudan. We are Ghana. We are the pace setters. And that's all that is important. Whether it's MPP that will move over cost. And so every other subsequent government follows the same. And it's not good. We have to apply common sense and rule of the better than even power promoting. Nobody's prepared to do that. When it comes to general elections, different things happen. Election commission happens. They talk about the EC all the time. Have you ever, or have we, those of us in United Kingdom, have we ever listened to, heard about the electoral commission? We don't. We gather if the order is too much. They should leave the ease out of the equation and perform better. NPP give us order. The question is, have they really addressed these the train? And they are going to start a new commission that is manifesto for the next 5 years or 4 years. We are not interested in that. What we are interested is to see development in Northern region where Baumia comes from. There's nothing there. There's nothing. All the Northerners have to come and live in Accra for Kaya, apart from a few lecturers and professors who have come from the Northern region. There's no good life in Northern region. We want to see development in every part. Water region, there's not even in the Ashanti region. There is no development in the Ashanti region. The only development was a recent one when we saw Baumia leading all those 20 or 50,000 demonstrators on the street because they want Kennedy, they want to be assistant or the vice president and all that. This is a joke. People who were on the streets chanting or whatever. I see when people has won the election. That is going to happen in 6 months' time. That is a big. And it tells the world that Ghana is not a civilized country to be proud of at all. That's how I view the whole situation. EC must be out of the equation.
So you don't think that makes a difference with all the noise and people following Baumia and all that in the streets? It doesn't make any difference.
Baumia must feel embarrassed. This is a guy, a younger person than on 70, even if it's 80, they don't see anything wrong with what they are doing. Baumia came to UK, God knows, for hip hop replacement of some years ago. Why? Why would that happen? Why did he not have that medical, God knows what, in Accra? Because it's a totally hopeless place. I'm not blaming the NP. Both NPP and NDC, they have not medical systems properly. So if you can hear somewhere, you have to come outside Ghana for treatment. What about the majority of people who have not even got passports? These are the critical issues every concern about. No, it's not fair. It's not fair. I told you, I just arrived at Switzerland, Geneva, for a family funeral tomorrow, Monday. That's why I told you when they called me. I'm in Geneva today, just for a funeral, and I'll return in about next 4 days. That's why we're going back to the point. My goodness me, we want the Ghana government to do its work. We want to leave the EC alone to do their work. We don't want to bring them in because we never hear anything from the electoral commissioner. It's only Canada that is happening. I don't know. Every election here, it becomes a celebration of all sorts. In my party, we are quiet. We are working on the ground. We are working seriously. Ghanaians are going to hear. Look at what happened in South Africa. What has happened in India, South Africa. Things are changed, and Ghana also needs to change.
Okay.
We are going to make sure that's in time for in December 2024.
So, Chairman, your main concern is the fact that there are more important areas they have to look at. I mean, the street, the basic facilities, the roads. Yeah, go on, sir.
roads are all in disrepair. Our roads are in disrepair. Look, water. Our water because of Galamsey. And government is sponsoring Galamsey. When this guy in the central region, chairman, whatever, would to you or something.
Did you say the government is sponsoring Galamsey?
Sorry?
Did you say the government is sponsoring Galamsey?
Of course, yes. The NPP administration is sponsoring, or it could be even both administration. They have been sponsoring Galamsey. They get millions and millions of dollars or whatnot from it. Even they put that a Chinese person. The Chinese person is a person who was not even come to Ghana as people's consent. Do you remember that in Kwakutey? We are close to China. They said we were communists. Now they are a lot in China. And people condemn Kwakutey for going linking up with the Chinese. What's happening today?
Yeah.
Today, if you go to Beijing, you got HEP headquarters there. Are they not even ashamed? I'm sorry that in the wrong political party. I know that it's on this. Respect him so much. I'm sorry that Sagabo has got a wrong party to follow.
Sagabo is listening. Sagabo is listening. He calls you fastidious. He calls you fastidious. And then Joe have a caution him to join the NTC. If you can teach them, join them. What can that?
Well, in fact, we are likely, and I can tell you on authority that my party, Progressive People's Party, we are going into alliance. It is very likely it will be with NDC, definitely not with NPP. Why? Because the work has not been done. The manifesto promises have not been delivered. From Tapwadi to Paga, the railway lines, we have not seen that it is fully delivered. And I'm sad, I'm very sad as a Ghanaian.
Chama, Mata said me, can I ask you? Mata, well, yeah, you're having some, undertone conversation with the NDC with a view there. When they come to power, you're going to have some sort of a gentleman agreement that you think the NDC would rather sympathize with the situation of the PPP, especially when it appears as if the PPP, the NPP is sabotaging the PPP. No, these are still closed doors events.
It's true, Dr. Mort.
Oh, Dama, you're making it that plain. I see.
The NPP administration is a very petty government in the sense that in 2016, I set that out and I advise, I caution my party that these people are going to crumble Dr. Papa within those businesses, being the founder or leader of our party. Because this gentleman, Dr. Indom, was popular in Ghana. Because he has 300 branches of DN Bank all over the place, and we were giving good wage to them. And the bank was flourishing. So he became a target. So we were not surprised when the NPP administration revoked his licenses and the Unibank and all that. If you want to progress as a Ghanaian businessman or businesswoman, the government will bring you down because of political affiliations and all that. This is not nice. All what you want to see is you want to see development in the country. Not to raise ourselves above anything else. We should not. Goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life.
Anyway,
the things we are doing in Ghana, we are making the poorest poorer and weaker. If somebody has not got a passport, how can such people travel from Accra for further medical?
That's right.
Better medical treatment. That is what available in Ghana. These are the things that we are thinking about, not just politics. It's very sad. Not just politics. See, so we pray that for Dr. Moti, you are the top guys. When you speak, the Ghana government will listen. So please, government on our behalf that please, we want Ghana to be a good place, a nice place. that everybody will be proud of.
Okay.
It's now, just the top people, rich people, and the people in top positions that benefit, and it's fair. I've met a doctor. I've met a doctor at a restaurant in the hotel where I'm staying right now. I met him,
Okay.
and we have chat. He's a medical consultant from Guyana.
Okay.
And then I asked him, "What are you here for?" He says he's here 3D conference, 3 days conference. And this gentleman, I mean, he's from an Indian extraction, but he comes from Guyana. He said the same things we are happening in Africa. It's happening in former British Guyana.
I see. Anyway,
only few people at the top are
yes, Chairman, I'm there and I'm Kwandre Kufia and Akawahe. How many minutes more to get home? You can join later on. I've got the line packed with a lot of people who want to contribute to.
Sorry. Okay. Please let the other brothers get involved. I'm inside the hotel room.
So you can stay on the line and still listen. Right. So I've seen Joe, I've seen Sabat, Segabo, I've seen a few of you also online. Good evening, gentlemen. Segabo, I want to pick you up as the second speaker, and then I'll follow to the rest, please. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Can you hear me, please?
You're live and clear. I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, listeners. Good evening, fellow panelists. Good. Fastidious Chairman Yosin, who's far away in Geneva. One of the posh place to live. Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your family.
There's no holiday. It's a funeral. In the family. So we came for a burial tomorrow. That's why I travel on Sunday. Otherwise, I should be in Westminster. But we travel to. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Which one of them will bring you back home safe?
Amen. Thank you.
I know that I did not give him the descriptive adjective fastidious for nothing. There's one thing I've observed about him because he's come from a CPP background. The way Nkrumah was overthrown, he has not been happy, and then the fact that it is not his parties in power. Whenever we do, he's not satisfied. That's why I give him the title Mr.
Fastidious.
It's difficult to treat. For the things is talk about the fact that every year we hear about the EC. There's one thing I want to declare here today. You see, he spoke to somebody from Guyana. The man is, according to him, the man was saying the same thing. You see, these future development countries, these are features of what development countries. Ghana is not a development country for nothing. We are just a middle income development country. We just started. About 4 years ago, I was going to Ghana and I was in a cab, and the cab driver was telling me that a guy who are living more than about 30 years, and he was telling me that, Segabo, I'm a Ghana. I said, what do you say? We have not started anything in Ghana. He was comparing with me. He lived over the years, compared London to Accra, and maybe England to Ghana. So we have not started at all. I understand from so many perspectives. Ghana is a typical development country. All it is, even though the electoral commission's name in this country, and I don't think any of us on this platform lose the electoral commission's name here. Nobody, we don't need to lose the electoral. This is an industrial country, highly civilized country. Wake up in the morning, go and work, earn your money, and then do your face. Ghana is a development country, just started. So, the commission's name. The more politics we do, the way we do our face, we are just started. The next 200 years, the next 100 years, 1 billion, 200 years, or even the next 50 years, we not be talking about easy, like we're talking about as we've been doing now.
What do you mean, sir? Sir Gabo, what do you mean we won't be talking about the EC and all that?
Yeah. Sorry?
Yeah, I'm saying, why are you saying that? What makes you think we're no longer going to talk about the EC and all that?
the next 50 years, we will attain a certain level of development. We will have deepened our electoral system, the reforms. And therefore, a lot of people will have been well educated, given what we have now. People are going to school free the next 50 years. So you just said it, go there, and then when it is when you're 18 years, just go. Even go there and then make sure you register your name. You wouldn't need even to count anybody. The system itself will provide an answer. The system itself will provide an answer. Now you just started. And the fact that the EC have to demand people to go to certain office to write their names, the fact that the EC also open register, and then there'll be messages going around on radio stations, on television, demanding people, it's not bad. EC is an independent institution doing its own work. The EC has done nothing wrong. Those who are always saying that a kind of a boogeyman hiding somewhere on a tree somewhere, going to steal the election, going to do something, but it's not going to happen. We started this since 1992. We don't have about, we are not 2000, we are about the next 32 years. It's more than a quarter of a century. We have done that.
All right, Segabu, you have 3 minutes, please.
We go to election, somebody wins. If you don't understand, you trash the issue, the court, the matter. You go the next 4 years. This is fantastic. I don't know what people complain about the EC. What wrong has the EC done? The last time NBC said, "Oh, you never won an election." We gave a certificate here. We gave him calculator. What he told Ghanaians and they couldn't even calculate whatever they thought their vote. They couldn't even add up, calculate anything. He was just fumbling the calculator. The EC has not done anything wrong. I don't know what people blame me. You see, the NDC knows the writings are on the wall that they are going to lose. The fact that Baumia is in concert and people are just stampeding with you, people are just working with you, it doesn't make us uncivilized. Now, slowly disagree, Chairman, you also use the word, it's such an uncivilized behavior that there's nothing uncivilized about it. He's a party leader, people adore him, people like him, he has done something, we know. Baumia has brought about, you see, Dr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You send money now, and the money goes to somebody's mobile phone. It came out of nothing.
But Gabo, can I ask you a very simple question? Do you think that is really outweighs the fact that if there's a provision of job as relatively compared to the urgency and the priority?
When we talk about jobs, this government has increased the level of employment in the country. The one district, one factory, the few ones that have set up, more than 100, have employed a lot of people. We have employed nurses, we have employed doctors, we have employed teachers. The government has done something. We're just still a developing country.
I've seen on a few platforms from my colleagues, journalists, and those who host most of the political events. They asked to provide at least one job or any structure effect. That since the NPP came to power, they've been jumping hurdles with such questions.
They are jumping hurdles of what? So are you saying that if the NPP has succeeded in setting up more than 100, one district, one factory that are working, those factories, there are no Ghanaians working there? You don't employ anybody there? Is that what we are saying? Who's jumping in?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've seen a few, ask them how many jobs are 0.1 and...
Let me make this a practice statement.
Okay.
When Jesus Christ was arrested by
anyway, you have 2 minutes, sir. There's a lot of people on the line. Yes.
Yeah. When Jesus Christ was arrested by Judas, over there we saw Peter cutting somebody's ear, and that guy is called Marcus. Well, Marcus went to Caiaphas. He told him that Jesus, somebody cut his ear, and Jesus put the ear back. And then the guy said that when you go to court, go and see a doctor. But again, when you go to court, you're going to be a witness that when you came to raise Jesus, the disciples of Jesus took resistance. They even cut your ear. You know what the guy said? He said that Jesus have put my ear at the right place. So even when I go to court, I want to testify, they wouldn't know that whether it was really cut. The guy slapped him. I imagine that somebody whose ear has been cut. He's telling you, when people don't want to believe you, people don't say, I'll tell you the truth.
Okay.
People don't want to believe you. You will say anything, they won't take. So, therefore, people's opinions, and people have done anything, their own opinion. But Dr. Morton, let me make it emphatically clear here. December, Dr. Ajiman Bawumia Ajiman. Dr. Ajiman Bawumia Ajiman will still be the next president of Ghana. We are not going to break the election.
Okay.
It's going to be hands down. NBC says you should give them power. You know why? The reason is that Ghana had no message from them. No message. What happened to the 24-hour economy? Bogus. It's a pass. It's 24-hour economy. They couldn't even run 6 months of commanded sugar factory. One factory for 6 months. After sinking $35 million, Muhammad could not run commanded sugar factory for 6 months. He's telling Ghanaians that he's going to run Ghana's economy 24 hours. It's a joke. Ridiculous. It is ridiculous. You should go and tell the marines. Go and tell the marines. Otherwise, the fishermen will not even believe you. Is there anything who believe this?
Okay.
Muhammad should go and tell the marines. Otherwise, the fishermen will not even believe you.
Okay.
Those who believe Muhammad will believe Muhammad.
All right, sir.
Ajiman will be the next.
All right. Thank you. Good luck. Thank you very much. And all the best for your choice. Good evening, Joe.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, Doc.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm managing yourself.
Yeah, not too bad. Thanks for coming on the show tonight as well. I mean, what is happening with this view that I just finished with Sir Gabu. Have you ever heard any of the platform talking about any of the representatives of the NPP not being to provide or single out at least one job or anything to justify the effect since they came to power? Have you had anything to see like that?
Well, let me say
Good evening.
And also acknowledge my co-panel members. Doc,
Yes.
it is of no surprise to me that even Segabu, if you give him all the hours, he cannot mention any project because look, he's talking about Baumia and mobile money. Look, mobile money started in 2009. Yeah. 2009, who was president of Ghana? It started first in Kenya in 2007. Then Ghana second, 2009. Who was president at that time? So we're from Baumia leading mobile money and all that. Where is this? You see, these people, with all due respect, they still project. They still like the former Inter-Accra regional minister of MPP said, he says NDC are stealers. Now the thing has turned to the MPP are stealers. This is their modus operandi. This is how they behave. They still project to the tracker. And when it was found out that 67 of the projects in the tracker were things done by the NDC, they removed those 67 and the rest were all toilets. And it will amaze you to know that some of the toilets were personal built toilets in people's homes that they put in that tracker as their achievement. This is who they are. And you see, he is here talking about Mahama could not even operate Commander Sugar Factory. Doctor.
Yes, sir.
Doctor, let us have this analysis. If I should call someone's father as useless, but that father I am referring to as useless a company for his son.
Right.
Let a company, whether the company is functional or not functional, he left a company for his son. And then me, that the one that I am calling as useless, me, my father used all his money to dig a hole. Now, among these two fathers, which one is more responsible and which one is competent?
Right. So, in effect, from what you're telling us, we acknowledge the NPP leaders are in power as incumbent government at the moment, but then there's no effect to what they meant to propose to do. Is that what I'm supposed to understand?
trying to say is that when you become a president, you become the father of the land, right?
Right.
So John Mahama as a father left that Commander Sugar Factory. Whether it was functional or not, he built the factory. All that is needed is for us to produce sugar cane and then do. Yeah. Is that
okay? Right.
Just suppose that against Akufo, who is the father now, and all he has done is to dig 58 million pit in Ghana. Among these two people, which one would you consider as a father who is responsible? I mean, let us not sit here and argue as if we are children, as if we've all not been to school before. If the couple would want a father who will leave him a will that has the biggest pit in the whole world in there, then he can be proud of that father. But for me, I would want a father who would live. And in any case, so Mahama built them. He left his far. In 2016, he has left the factory, and he was there 80. Still blaming John Mahama for not producing sugar. That is the incompetence, and that is the level of insult these people are rubbing on our face.
Are you now? Let me ask you. Let me ask you personally, Joe. Do you think the inclination of technology, as Abu gave us, I'll come back to ODUPONG very soon. Would you assume that is not really a priority with respect, as I asked him, when it comes to infrastructures and provision of jobs? With any relative comparison, that would you personally say whether the inclination of technology or technological aid is not that important?
Yeah. Technology in this our time is very vital, very, very important, very effective tool in managing everything. But then the question once again, when we are looking for leaders, we look for visionary. When we say someone is visionary, it means that person can sit here today, like Dr. Kwakutey. He knew Ghana was going to rely on Akosombo Dam. So in 1960, he built Akosombo Dam. Dr. Kwakutey knew that Ghanaians would lack education. And so for that matter, he needs to provide very good education. He provided some schools, Ghana National and some schools. Today, that school is still relevant to our needs. You understand? Technology is important, and that is why John Mahama, as in 2014, 2015, 2016, saw the importance and brought the Ghana Information Center, the digital house in Accra. It wasn't Baumia. Look, without you putting up the infrastructure, how are you going to get that 5G, 4G, whatever? Who put the infrastructure down there? Who does the cables there? The fiber optic cable. Who went into the cables there? Who did that? God has been able to put up a building there. You say you have built that. What has Baumia done? What is Baumia's contribution to digital infrastructure in Ghana? What has he done? Tell me, one local kiosk he has built of, kind of providing a necessity to the digital infrastructure. What local people anything to aid in our digital? Look, doctor.
Yeah.
As far as we are concerned, what people need to tell us is Dr. Baumia is a man. I don't know an Ashanti name on a Muslim. I have no problem with him. But the point is that we need to reference the revelation, the starting point of Dr. Baumia. When Nana Akufo and Kwakutey Japan made us know that Baumia, proud to his appointment or nomination, he didn't even hold a party card. And now they had to have some waivers for him to become a member. Now what happened? Kwakutey had to buy his way through with the view that he is bringing Baumia because he's an economic wicked. Is that not the case?
Yeah.
So why all of a sudden we are talking about digitalization when the person was brought as a result of economics? Now the city is walloping in down there, as now £1 is 19 cities. And you are here talking about Baumia and Ajima. If it's Ajima, why can't it?
Is digital important to you in the first place, Joe?
It's what?
Is it important to you?
What is important?
The digital inclination, or let's say technology world as well.
It is important. Point is, even if it is important, we need to give appraisal to the person who has put up infrastructure for us to benefit that the level of importance that we are having, the level of advantage this digital thing is giving us. We need to give praises to whoever initiated that move for us to experience that digital infrastructure. And that is what we are saying. It is John Mahama who laid that up. Anything. It is the
all right, Joe, you have 3 minutes, please.
This man, the anti-corruption agent, he will tell you what, by selling Vodafone and blockchain, they'll drive the troop to buy blockchain and awarding himself. That's what before did. Mahama came and laid down fiber optic cable. Mahama came and did all these kind of things. And so we need to give praises where it is due and not become so blunt in our argument and be talking about Ajinkwan Baumia. If it's Ajinkwan, the killing needs saving.
Okay, you have 1 minute to go. Are you done? Yes, you still have 1 minute. That's what I'm saying. You still have 1 minute. So
yeah, so what I'm saying is that yes, I want us to have a proper debate. If the government wants to talk about infrastructure, if he wants to talk about economy, if he wants to talk about jobs or whatever, like you have rightly said, you give them the platform, they cannot mention one thing, common one. Last time they gave Okoboy on Metro TV, he was there talking about Ante Rebecca unit and PCC unit and Safe Poor unit. He couldn't even mention Akufo-Addo building anything. He was mentioning Ante, all that they were mentioning. They can't even mention anything.
okay.
This is the government that has wasted our resources, wasted our time, wasted everything. We need to get them out of power. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. I've got a message from Auntie Bedu, my personal auntie. He said you grew the produce, he said, as sugarcane before you build a white elephant. Pineapples were grown before a comfy factory. That's wisdom. ODUPONG, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you? And I asked why I do kakra.
Oh, I am not though, but a bit tired.
A bit tired, I could tell.
I've been.
Doctor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Doctor.
Yes.
Tell Auntie Bedu to get your money ready before you build cathedral. That is the reasonable thing.
Don't worry. If it comes to your turn, then you will respond to that, please. With all due respect. Okay, ODUPONG. So what is happening now, according to Zegabo, which, well, they glaring anyway. It's not something that we had to. Now you can send Momo straight to an individual without struggling at all. It still doesn't stop the fact that you could have another option of doing that. But then in commission basis, this is easy. At least we've gone forward when it comes to that. You can order Uber from Teshi to Nungwa, and it doesn't make any difference in national development. Does it really, with respect to jobs provision and basic facilities like streets and roads and all that?
Well, I'll say good evening to our cherished listeners and wish every male listener happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
As we celebrate today for good fathership. And so we wish to also say good governance to our politicians. You see, Sir Dabo is right.
You agree with Sayagabu?
Well, I'm saying he's right.
Yeah, to some extent, you share the same sentiment with him.
But-
That's what you're
but
saying.
by saying that Baumia has done certain things,
Which we did not have.
but before he came on the scene, as Joe was saying, former President Mahama has also set up the system going. But what saddens me is that we had a guy who knew about this fiber optics, who also knew about this modern technological system that we could have used his brain and while he was alive. But we wasted him and he's gone. The development we could have achieved from him within the time he availed himself to Ghana, if we had used his innovation and initiatives, by this time we will not be talking about sending money by Momo, so the person has done very well and that sort of thing. We are jubilating about nothing because we could have done better, but we didn't. You see? So, yes, we need infrastructure, we need digitization, because it is all part of the development that the nation needs. Without these new technologies, we are not going anywhere. Today, even in this country, they've shifted most of the jobs into IT sector. You see, that shows you how important it is. But we in Ghana and Africa, any little thing that they throw to us, we are happy because we do not see far.
But let me ask you this. The most noted, I think the NPP seems to be very proud of, and then you hardly get many talking about it, as people being sort of released from the tension of paying school fees, unlike before. We all have like your fascinum and all that way back in Ghana. And some they relieved of the huge sum of money they had to take back home and in support of that. Can we not congratulate the NPP at least for that, with the effect of people want to single out what exactly the NPP has done, at least? As anybody adios, can we not at least talk about that?
What I'm saying is we should stop talking idealizing people, okay, or making people heroes. Heroes for what? The man who brought this fiber optics, who fortunately is a Ghanaian, who lived in America and helped America to develop their fiber optics. It's our own person. Why didn't we use him? If we want a hero, who should be the hero?
Of course, the man.
Exactly. So coming on radio this evening and talking about Dr. Baumia has done this, he has done that. What we know about Dr. Baumia is leader of the economic team management, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Do we hear him talk about economy today?
Well, see, people want to derive the practical answer from the things he thought of doing. So then it appears as if he's not delivering what he said he was going to do. As Kenneth Japan would say that, we'll analyze the dollar and how far it's gone and chase. People make jokes out of it, but there's some level of sincerity in it. Anyway, you have 2 minutes, and then I'll come to Chairman and then listen to what he has to say.
Yes. So we shouldn't be looking for heroes when the real heroes are gone
Mm.
and they are not there. They're not coming back again.
So the applaud should rather go to the man and not Baumia.
Well, what I'm saying is, what we should realize is that we should use the people that have the talent, and that will help us in our development,
Mm.
rather than all this NDC, MPP, partisan politics that we are playing. At the moment, it is not helping us.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, ODUPONG, for your good evening, Chairman.
Oh, yes, please. I'm here.
But it's a more
Yes, please, Dr. Morton. You see, my greatest worry is sort of thing that every Ghanaian worries about. That is developmental projects in the country. It's beautiful. I mean, Dr. Baumia, no one can say anyone is useless or hopeless. His contribution, we appreciate it. And I must be first to appreciate, for instance, the Ghana card by the MPP government, whoever contributed PP government. It's great. But when we're talking about the economy, what is the big growth in Ghana? These are issues we have to talk about. We have no national omnibus buses services throughout the country. It used to be as ancient times. We don't have that. So what that's why there's so much accidents happening all the time. There's no public transport. No. And if I say that, I mean traveling by train from Ukulungugu down to Accra or to Volta region and all that, the Hafasni. These are the critical issues we are talking about. We need our farmers. So farmers, they are poor souls. The farm produce, they have 50% of them get rotten before the rest go to the market. And we are talking of gross domestic product when we don't even apply it in principle. These are the issues. I'm not doing politics. Common sense, pure logic and common sense. It's the worry of every average Ghanaian person. They are not comparing one Japan to Baumia or to Kitiosun to Singapore and all that. We are not doing that. It's not about the individual personalities. But the fact that some of these promises given to us have not been honored. That's NPP. 2016, they put out the best, or one of the best manifestos. And the Ghanaians all went to vote for NPP. I remember that particular time. When we lost, my party lost, other political parties lost, NPP won. It was a good occasion for Ghana. I went to Elmina that time from West. When I went, there was a celebration on the street. Some wearing NDC shirts, the PPP shirts, and they praised enough because he was coming to power. And I stopped. I asked the taxi driver to stop. And I asked the guy who was wearing PPP shirt, why are you rejoicing because Nana Addo has won? Then he said, Master, because Nana Addo has promised us jobs. And what have we seen since 2016 elections and all that? It's not right. We want every Ghanaian to do well. Right now, if you are Dr. Morty, if you are unwell and you go to hospital, they give you to buy oxygen. Why? Have you ever gone to the kids they ask you to go and buy oxygen? That tells us that there is something wrong with our level of thinking as human beings in Ghana. No human being is better than us. We are all equal. But in Ghana, we have been short-changed for a long time. I blame every government that is, in fact, after Nkrumah, because I can only mention one person in Nkrumah. He had the foresight But if somebody like NPP that overtook October, if they had with objectives of these programs, Ghana would have been a much better place. Even up to this day, we import matches. When they killed the CPP program. I'm not only saying that. We see that between NDCP, when Muhammad does a project and he loses, and the NPP comes, they don't pursue and vice versa. We must stop this. As we are running into the next election, finally, the question I want to ask is that, Leonardo, for NPP, how many promises have you given to us?
All right, Chairman, you have 3 minutes.
Right? Yes. How many promises have you given to us, and how many of them have you, and what is left to be delivered? These are the issues we have to worry about. So that any next government that comes in, we make our government to continue the projects in place for which Ghanaians voted. This is how best we can go on. Look at Mr. Hitz, Mr. Starmer. He's easily coming to be the next prime minister in the United Kingdom, whether we like it or not. And he will continue what the Conservative Party or government has put in place. But in Ghana, we discontinue. That's why we've got problems. It's all money, and it's all gross domestic products. This is what we are worried about. Hospital. You go to hospital, they ask you to buy oxygen. Since when did you explain this in it's a critical issues I will leave you and Dr. MORTON. Thank you, Segabu, and everybody who is listening. And may God bless us all, because we spend our time coming to talk about Ghana. We are not just talking about our political parties. That's the second best. I hope to God the next government that will come in December 2017. 2024 elections, we want whoever wins the election to continue the promises or deliver the promises they give to us, because we have been deceived for so much long as Ghanaians. We are not going anywhere, and it's very sad. God bless the day I will see tank credit to Paga railway lines actually completed. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman.
So
at least for being very precise. We just been joined by Mambadu, but let me pick Gabo. Any of the things he says, either people, according to him, either people get him wrong, or especially when he's trying to find out the nitty-gritty of how people understand him. Few of these things have raised an eyebrows, and people have looked at his contribution whimsically. Sagabo, what is it that people find it very difficult to understand about your submission?
Hello, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you live and clear.
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Let me make it very emphatically. The Nado's MPP government, all the promises they launched during the 2016 election have been delivered. 90% we delivered that. One decent, one fact, we said it, we delivered it. It's still ongoing there. Free, delivered that, we're still there. You all experience it. Our sisters, our sons, they go to school free. Enrollment has increased. Performance far better than the old system. It's well documented. Special prosecutor. Danado, even when it was some MPP people thought that he was making a mistake, he gave it to Martin Amidu. Danado crossed carpet and gave it to Martin Amidu. Danado believed in merit, ability to do. So Danado was even making a mistake. He was teaching them. Our dear brother Martin Amidu in NDC, really at a minister, had proved to be somebody who can make one man crusade and then bring corruption down. Whether Martin Amidu was able to deliver or not, your guess is my guess. Road construction, you have done far better than this. More than 3 times. Kilometers you are constructed. Investment in schools, lots of investment in schools.
On what grounds, please?
Let me investment. Go to schools. Look at science laboratories. You can kind of 4 or 5 science laboratories in each school, in each secondary school in Ghana. Unlike only one lab that we used to have. We have STEM education for girls in Ghana. STEM education for girls in Ghana. Dr. Bichu, thank you very much for your patient decision. What you want from the state to bear on Ghana's education system. Also, don't want to believe MPP wouldn't believe it. But these are past, they are well documented. Now,
yes, sir.
Chairman Yossi was talking about gross domestic product. Is all that he's talking about is the total market value of goods and services produced in the country. Whether these are produced by the local investors or foreign, as long as they are produced, and these are the gross domestic product. Now, Ghana's current gross domestic product is about 80 billion. Ghana's economic growth now is, we in Ghana, people still complain that. Let me see. I always wonder what do people they are talking about. Listen, there is more satisfied about performance of NDP government is that the way the NDC government demolished Ghana's economy in 4 years of doing so, reducing the growth rate from 14% to 4%, and coming to high hopes in another, it means than what the MPP government even promised. I repeat, 10 years expectations were far higher than what the MPP government manifesto promised. Because Mahama's government had demolished informal sector was nil. The banking sector nil. If you go to bank, you can't even get access to your money. So people have a lot of confidence in another government. Another have triggered. If you have what's the background noise? What's the background noise? Let me finish. Please let me finish. Let me finish. Dr. Martin, you must add some few minutes. Somebody's talking about background there.
I'm sure the person don't know. I'm sure the person doesn't know. So I'm trying to see if I can mute him and then
few years ago.
Okay.
The front page of financial I even sent on Newsfile.
Yeah, sorry.
This country's economy grew about 0.6%. So there was joy galore at number 10 down the street. You know why they were happy? 0.6%. They thought they have come out from us. If anybody becomes a prime minister, we seem to be performing is that the costs in this country are far higher. The GDP trillions. Is the trickle-down effect when Ghana has 2.8% growth, given the challenges. The trickle-down effect will be highly negligible because the base is weak in Ghana. The GDP is fundamentals are weak in this country. This is a highly industrialized country. Any list has a much bigger trickle-down effect. This country. Any small growth, 0.6%, sooner that they have achieved 0.6% growth rate. Because the country is already an industrial country. A ripple down effect on the people. This is a country whose $1 billion economy. Even if you were it will have negligible impact on Ghanaians. People must understand this. I keep on asking, do people understand the economies we are talking about?
All right, so let me bring you the response. Sagabo, 1 minute. Let me bring you the response with respect to what you're delivering. Raymond Bachman, he said, good evening, Doc. How can you sing the praises of government claiming free education yet as of now, there is no curriculum, no textbooks, shift system is back. The schools don't have place of convenience, horrible food, teachers not being paid Need. I mean, if he wants to continue on and on, but he said, please, when we have an informed discussion, let's not mention the disastrous free education. Cheers. And then he went on to say, I hope you know Ghana has opted out from the WIC. What are we scared of? Yeah. So your response to this, yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Go on. Let's hear it.
You see, and they are so stuck talking about the substance. NDC is obsessed talking about the shadows. When we of the Ghanaian economy, the NDC are obsessed. Just wobbling in. If you want to look at your face, if you want to look at you look at your face. We are not going to look at your shadow. Your shadow will not give you your real image. You must pick the mirror. When the person at Sakao, my hometown, the person at our brother Joe Nkrumah's place, Christia.
Okay.
The person there, the people, they are happy that their children are going to school free. The problems in Ghana, what is their message? You see, I keep on saying, the real substance. People are going to school. We are not dialysis. People below the age of 8.
So you have 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes.
Now.
You have 3 minutes,
Yes.
please.
When we are talking, NBC are talking about Yabroni and the tallest. What is? And you see, the pain is here. Is that they'll be wallowing in talking about things that do not matter to Ghanaians. They'll be wallowing massive for MPP. They know it. That's why they're starting talking about easy. They are going to lose. And they are talking about the shadows. Shadows will run somewhere.
So Zagabo, you seem to be very confident. You seem to be very confident with the victory of the NPP come election. Any grounds why you seem to be very confident in that?
I'm much more confident because the writings are on the wall. Ghanaians know the writings are on the wall. The writings are on the wall that Bawumia is going to win. He's going to win. What is the message now? The NBC is saying that we should give them the chance because Ghana had it. This is what they are telling us. Ghana had it. They have not told Ghanaians what they would do. A former president, when with the teachers, giving the limited resources, the income, more than the previous times. Former president, Mahama, but yet the radio station, so many places, the teachers and the students have condoned the kunai, and all the past questions. Some one way is also you past questions. Without solving past questions, it matter. That don't matter. This is my worry, and they are going to lose.
Okay, Segabo, so time also. Babacho, good evening. Good evening, Mambadu. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Thanks, Dr. Martin. Please, how long is my time so I don't overstay my
You have at least 6 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Good evening and happy Father's Day to all the guys on this platform. Excellent.
Pochonyo, you're live on there. You're live on there, ma.
Right. Okay. I said happy Father's Day to
thank you very
the
much.
fathers on the platform.
Thank you.
And all the fathers, worldwide, all these biological or non-biological, and especially Father's Day to the father of our nation, President Nana Addo. Yes. If I can dwell, on the matter of elections, which are supposedly going on in Ghana, how come that you can work doing the activities and others are just watching? One, and the others are three-legged horses. They are not going. Propaganda and insults. It's not. Look at this country. That there was going to be an election on the, on the 4th of July. Everything went, ablaze. There was a debate. What? It's e-politics, e-governance, e-services. Go to the incumbent government, hear people in the country and in the diaspora talking about they build toilets. What scripts have you guys been given? Go to the and for my brother Hitz and historic and Pete and what. And then I like to talk about my brother Joe talking this what do you call it, the sugar cane factory. Like I said, when I sent you a text, you don't build, you grow the produce and about the elephant. And the cathedral is not just a church. It's going to be met.
Edifice.
It's going very important country, just like it. They were embraced of things, but so the cathedral, what I can tell you, it's not coming from Ghana's money. There are people out there waiting to help us, but that's why we are where we are. Although we are only 13, the conservative, but we make too much noise. We are not even up to. Almost our to Ghana in advance of the collapse. They have only been given people who are very areas that the money will be used for what is needed in the country. And Nigeria, when the 80 pence we were spending naira in this country, you go to Harrods, all these things have happened. To be very conversant with the fact that we are aware of where we are going for territory. But I have my confidence in this incumbent government for what they have done. And I'll say the radio and not remember what they've done. Good. Put don't talk to the three-legged horse. People don't remember, but Ghanaians are making a lot of money, but they know who are going. Want a continuity of business to come and steal and talk. We know that in putting power. What do? You do the best. Don't come and I am somebody who says, don't remind us of doom. So what have you done about it? If we were happy with Doomsop, you could take power. When we removed them, we brought you. So, then what in? And at the moment, when we talk about, putting the cart horse, how would we? That is why not just done.
Unfortunately,
and Sam George, people who came to it. Boy, that he hit the ground. Medication which has been people's was supplies. We are all ashamed of what that what do you call it? This stuff is sitting at the airport. What about fund people said? They said they did not and with their list. People who are looking for these drugs so that they can a certain people. We firefighting. There is so much,
Right, you have 3 minutes, Ma.
To be honest with you, don't need much time to talk about these things. All I can advise the other part is get up. Don't wait for read it. Look at what. Wait. In respect of being said, stop criticizing, wasting your time to go and help somebody who is alleged other than that. That is a no area. Represent your senses. You don't get into Dr. Morton.
Yes,
I'm done. I'm done.
Thank you very much for being precise with the time, though you had a few to contribute. But Joe, you're live on air.
Doctor,
Yes, sir.
I don't understand why people say some people are hypocrites or whatever.
Yeah, but you do say people are hypocrites. You do say things.
They tend to be the most hypocritical among all their allegations and accusations.
Yeah, but you do say you do say hypocrites. So yeah,
Doctor,
yeah.
Who is in power now? Who is in power?
The NPP.
Who is the vice president of the NPP?
Baumia. Alhaji
He's the
Mahmoud
flag bearer of the
Baumia.
NPP now.
Apparently, that's how it seems. Though he's not the flag bearer now. No, he's not.
Who is the flag bearer of the NPP now?
Nana Ado Dankwa Kufu Ado.
No.
No, they've elected a flag bearer.
Baumia. Oh, okay. So in that sense, yes.
And who is going about saying that when he comes to power, he will reduce interest rate, he will reduce port, whatever. And then you come and tell people say that they should bring about ideas. You are in power, and you are telling people when you come to power, you will do this, you will do that, and then you expect the opposition. You who is in power, you cannot even profess a solution, and you expect John Mahama when COVID struck, and John Mahama and the NDC formed a team to kind of complement the efforts of government, knowing that if COVID was going to affect Ghana belongs to all of us, and for that matter, if COVID were to affect any Ghanaian, Ghana would lose, and for that matter, the opposition was providing a complementary team to support efforts of the government. What did you people say? The government.
It was out of character. It was out of character.
Even Labour has not done that in America, and only in Ghana. This is how you are. And people are talking about you exchange rate and whatever. When Ghana in 2016, John Mahama was talking about other natural disasters that have happened and affected us. What did Baumia say? Baumia said, how come we are only talking about Ghana and that we had a neighbor in Togo, a neighbor in Ivory Coast, a neighbor in Burkina Faso, and all of a sudden, all these disasters bypass them to come and swallow Ghana. Today, you see, whatever you say, posterity is judging all of you, and now you are coming to say Nigeria is this, Nigeria is that, Cote d'Ivoire is that. Look, go to Burkina Faso today. Check the inflation in Burkina, compare it to Ghana. Burkina is under a military regime. Burkina. Now, Ghana, from Kwame Nkrumah to John Mahama in 2016, Ghana had only borrowed $120 billion. Under Akufo-Addo alone, he has borrowed $580 billion. And you are here what has he done? What is there for him to show to us? Would that $580 billion? Look, John Mahama, incompetent John Mahama, from Kwame Nkrumah to John Mahama, $120 billion. There is a UGM. Incompetent John Mahama, from Kwame Nkrumah to John Mahama, $120 billion. There is Kotoka Terminal 3, which is international. It can be compared to any international airport in America or in the UK here. Mahama, Rich Hospital, go and see. You got 58 places to dig a hole, and you are telling me when Baumia comes. If you want people to profess solutions, don't tell tell me when Baumia comes. He has 58 million. Do you know what? 58. What I would have done with that 58 million dollars? John Mahama, I bought this gas plant in Takwa. That you people have carried this. How do you call it? This thing they carry to go and do fanfare in Kumasi. This turkey thing they carried just recently to Kumasi to go and do fanfare. You know when John Mahama built that Abuaze, is it Abuaze? A trouble gas.
Yeah, trouble gas, yeah.
And then you people carry this thing. If you were saying it whatever, John Mahama has inflated the cost and whatever. John Mahama used $3.5 million to import that thing from Turkey to Takrady. You used almost $30 million to take it from the level of. I'm not here talking about the level of TV this government has engaged. You are here talking about people being hypocrite and they should campaign. Campaign for what? What is there to campaign for? And in any case, the fact that MPP is campaigning, Baumia is going left, right, and center, in power, saying Fatia no mami, no. Do people have to follow the same route? You think we all follow the same route? Look, people are reasonable. People want to know that governance is about the people. And for you to come and govern the people, you need to know their plight. And that's why John Mahama is going about talking to the people, knowing their plight. He came out in 2020 with the People's Manifesto, reflecting the needs and the wants of the people. And that is what he's doing. It's not about going about.
You have 3 minutes, Joe.
It's not true.
You have 3 minutes.
Everywhere he has gone, everything he has been saying, he's been fact-checked and it is a lie. Everything. Recently, he said Ghana has been distributing tablets to the lie, a big lie. And so if you want to be going about a flamboyant campaign and be telling lies, it's up to your surrogates and the people who follow you and will be hailing lie-telling stories to campaign for power. The point is that the reality is that today, Baumia was poised on us because apparently someone said he was economic wasted. Today, the economic wasted has turned into a Shatawale disco dancer. That is the fact. Today, Baumia is only dancing to what is happening.
All right, you have 1 minute.
Falling. That is the fact. That is the reality. The truth of the matter is that today, $1 is 16 cedis. Under an incompetent John Mahama, it was just 4 cedis. We said he was incompetent. We crucified him. John Mahama incompetent. He built UGMC. He built Terminal 3. He built Rich Hospital. Akufo-Addo, he has broken. He's just destroyed La General Hospital. 8 years. He has not been able to live for the hospital to be rebuilt. 8 years. Schools do not have textbooks. They don't even have a curriculum to follow. Now, under John Mahama, we saw e-blocks being built. We saw textbooks given to students. We saw school uniforms provided. We saw school shoes given to school kids. That is the legacy of the man. And in fact, it is important to acknowledge that John Mahama said posterity will judge him.
All right, Joe.
And today,
You want to end it for me, please?
Today,
Yeah.
Doctor, please. Some people have spoken more than 5 7
No, it's because we have just 5 minutes to go. That's why. Sorry.
Yeah, it is also important that when you say 8 o'clock, you start at 8 o'clock so that you don't rush us to finish.
Yes, boss.
We have not finished.
I will take it, boss.
You came late, and so you need to also.
Okay. We'll go. Don't worry. We'll go to like 10:15. Don't worry. We'll go up to 10:15.
Yeah. So what I am saying is that.
Okay.
Me, I have said, look, doctor.
Yes, sir.
The pain of our development, what kind of confronts us in our development and kind of economic drive is the lack of integrity.
You reckon?
The lack of integrity.
You reckon that's the problem?
The biggest problem is the lack of integrity.
Okay.
And that is what is being exhibited here. That when people are failing, by virtue of me, I hate these people, I don't like these people, even if the person is failing, we'll follow them. And that is what is prevailing in our very eye. In the Japan, they say, to no wisdom, nothing. But in Japan, so that you cannot take bow and win for us. Baumia is a mess. Baumia has messed everything. They are losing Ghana life. There is no tomorrow. And the next day, they are following because integrity, they have none. And for me, I will not be driven on that line. I want to assure Ghanaians that, look, there is a man you can trust, a man who is listening to you. He has come to your doorstep, he's engaging you, he's asking you, what do you want? So that I put it in the manifesto. You hold me accountable to that. And not about Patia no mame, Patia no mame. I think it's a kid who someone has taken a football from him. That is not the way we run government. You are in power. If there is anything you can do, do it now. You don't come and tell the opposition to come and tell you and bring you solution. If you have no solution, you have no business being there. Get out of that place. If you have no solution.
Okay, Joe.
We're giving you 8 years, then this should bring solution. What solution?
All right, let me go to ODUPONG.
You have no business being at that place.
Let me.
So we are telling Ghanaians.
Okay.
That look, it's about humility. Governance is about being accountable to the people. And that is why John Mahama is engaging with the people. That is why John Mahama is so humble.
All right.
He's not saying,
Yo, let's share the little time remain, please. For your sake, I'll go to 10:15. But ODUPONG,
I like you.
okay,
anyway, so ODUPONG say he likes you, Joe. He say he likes your submission.
Yeah, because I said it. I will not be driven by hypocritical stance.
Okay, your time is up. Your time is up. It's okay. It's okay. Let's ODUPONG talk, and then Joe, I'm going to. If you do that, I'll take some of your time. If you do that.
1 second. Is it not true that they told and after those 67, it was left for toilet?
Okay, it's okay. Okay, it's okay. Otherwise, your time. When you come next time, I'm going to take some of this time. It's okay. Okay, next time I'll give you 5 minutes instead of 6 minutes. You use 1 minute. Okay, ODUPONG. Yes, go on.
I was going to say that I like Joe for his assertiveness.
If I'm enjoying tonight's program, there's an immense delve into, not just the loyalty, but then the people look to see they coming out from a little bit of analysis they made over the weeks, and making their. When you're done, then I'll go to Segabo, Almighty Segabo.
You see, what is interesting?
Okay.
People are not talking about how the campaign is going about. And how
but I've seen Baumia all over the place. Does it justify the fact that the campaign doesn't make any difference? That he's seen everywhere, but then it's like boxing. People win and they assume they won, and sometimes the result is something else.
Exactly. And
anyway, I wanted to be a boxer, but my dad said no.
The Baumia's campaign, I am also enjoying it because everywhere he goes, it seems that people are following him,
hailing him as if he's one.
And also, not being in Ghana, I only can talk from what I hear and what I see in the news. I see buses and students being shuttled here and there, which reminds me of Mr. Gwedema.
Okay.
Maybe some of you were very young at the time when Mr. Gwedema was campaigning for the now position party as the president or the flag bearer for now. And everywhere he went, there were people. I remember he came to Akimoda and the whole park was full.
Like General Eskin in Second D.
I tell you. So many buses came to Akimodan that day. But then, at the end of the day, I don't recall how many votes he got. Ghanaians have a tendency of knowing that you've been in power, you've accumulated so much money from the public purse, so they'll help you to spend it. And maybe this is what we are as been seeing now in the Ghanaian politics, whereby Dr. Bawumia is going around and everybody is there because people will get kinky to eat or whatever.
But have you realized those cheap propaganda seems to be, being buried now, with people giving to t-shirts, a tin of Milo and handkerchiefs and matches and all these trivialities. Have you realized people are now beginning to reason in a long term instead of what they'd have overnight? Have you realized that?
Yes.
It doesn't seem to be, people don't seem to be taken advantage of anymore.
Well, this is because we in the media outside Ghana are doing something, because we call the facts the facts. We're not in Ghana whereby we are influenced by one politician or the other. Maybe, as I told you the other day,
I don't want to mention the party's name. When I was in Ghana, the person came around sharing kinky and all that. You have people following him all over the place.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
And Chinam Uche.
Exactly. You see, so we have to be objective and tell our listeners what it is. I mean, what I want people to get into their mind is all this amount of money, the buses we see, traveling from left and right, and what we hear about big parts of envelopes being given to
brown envelopes
being given to malams and being given to the question we have to ask ourselves is, where is those money coming from? Isn't those money that should have gone into the roads? I come from the eastern region. Okay. Segabo is talking about NPP having built good roads. I have always maintained when NDC was there, in my area, they didn't build any road.
But do you still realize we still having this continuity problem where a party starts, this one comes to continue, but they stop and then start with the same covers money the government has.
The government should be continuous, but the governments we have in Ghana, it's not continuous. I mean, if you're going, as I said, from the last time I was there, last time I was in Ghana, which is about 3 years now, the road is done. It's not done. But we have a new.
All right, ODUPONG, 2 minutes. You see a time Nakaka craving tea.
Yes. We have a new government, and all we are hearing is that, the road is, we've done this, we've done that. But what is done?
Yeah, we say we started this. The free education NDCC started, and CC they're looking at bettering it with what we see. And anyway, audio well, then I come back to Mambadu.
We are with this, that. Do the right things for us. We are not comfortable.
We're ready to applaud who does the work.
We want to be comfortable. Okay, we are not. At the moment, there is doomsday. People are, but we are being told there's no doomsday. I don't know when Segabo went to Ghana.
Segabo, let's take him so he can continue and tell us when the last time he went to Ghana. Oba, good evening. Madam sir, you went to bury your brother with last year or something, was it?
That was last 2 years.
Last 2 years. Hey, I'm reconcilable. Yeah. Over. So what is happening? So you say, any hope for the NPP? Should we? Good luck coming to power. Yes, sir. I'm here.
One of the greatest scientists, Albert Einstein, he says, you see, the best form of intelligence relates to imagination, not knowledge. Yeah, the best form of intelligence, it relates to imagination, but not knowledge. And then, for him said, and then, paperless moment and paperless economy around two and the bribery in a swati kakra. Some when you know a dear ban, say, send drones. So we are cars into me. We facilitated through the use of drones. What medical service to the remote areas in Ghana. I'm going school free. Grain for plant, grain for food, some food and jobs. I agree with Dr. Seko or Dr. Kutu. COVID, the total what is for 2 weeks. The NS economy was we were able to maintain ourselves, have food to eat. But the other body, I didn't do all. I imagine say, make the initial project, and government must another 2 years. We in Nigeria, houses fighting for food. If we are soon at table for now we will take it for granted. Imagination is always better. And then challenges about Ghana. And it can pure school fees. And can I'm covered by I wouldn't say another was run the economy. Wouldn't say another and if I Ghana for the local and people no person put it in. So he raised another platform for alternative COVID. A friend you in the other party and raising another alternative COVID project. You go for one is Bano and the other doctors in maybe almost I didn't know who if excellent can go for another basso. The way the economy. The anyone knew. I imagine say Sabri now who's get to be go and buy ticket, go to Accra and collect the money from his uncle. You can get accident and if you send money, the money gets to somebody's mobile phone. We know how we can the volumes of businesses people can transact.
Over 2 minutes, 2 minutes, Mr. Let me see your casa in chair, but yeah, chamber and a crack.
We say, free, we take it for granted. But Papa, Dr. Wemwa has brought digitalization of the Ghana economy too quick to Ghana. Start Canada with their back Ghana too quick. To my own friend, market. I can't say, Jan is boss one, and is one. Again, can is again NHIS, whether they are promised or not. A can is one guinea, 1D1F. One is one of the biggest projects, one of the biggest piece coming to Ghana since the promise of Ghana impulse. Remember Mwaka said one of the week the city will expose you. What he said 4 years ago, it is still true today. He never lied, he spoke the gospel truth. Ghana is a development country because I have been an economics examiner for 3 consecutive years, A-level economics examiner.
Well done.
I know the questions that will be asked. What the first question A-level economics.
Congratulations.
These are the
all right. Over Mama Memfama Mambedu.
My last sentence, imagination is better than knowledge. Hey, and the Marco school free, say, man, school free. Can you imagine saying Ghana for your man? Information sense of a so multiple NDP. And this message Ghana didn't from home. This order they are telling us. NDC Ghana didn't from home. This is their message.
Oh, see.
Project, bogus is a farce. Ridiculous. So, thank you. Thank you for giving me a chance. Thank you.
Mamadu, you're live on air, please.
Yeah, Dr. Morton, you see, the crisis in the cost of living, it's global. We can't hide away from that. Yesterday, I got my online shopping from Waitrose. The amount of money I paid, and I saw 3 bags. And I said to the driver, what it is, But Ghana, we're not in famine. We're not hungry. What we in the diaspora should know, we should encourage our relatives to eat as much as they want to. This 3 square meal snacks and the Kelly and all. You in this country who is remitting money back home, how many square meals do you have a day? They probably, if you can spend £5 or £7 and buy a sandwich, and you come home. We got to. Oh yes, it's tough. You just cut the cook. We freeze our food, but
so in effect, are you saying the problem some of them are going through is mismanagement? Is that what you're making us understand?
I'm telling you, you are supposed to go. You go to Ghana, you find out they're not hungry. They're taking advantage of things. Oh yeah, tell you about school fees. Are apparently thinking that it is free. They are taking advantage of it. And it's good that we all think from the same hymn sheet. Not hungry. I mean, if you talk about, I'm talking about the race to this election. Listen, if you remember people like Spio Garba, Hannah Tete, your friend then, Charlotte said, where are they? They are not backing this horse. They are not in any way. They are working in international concerns. So doesn't send the message that something's wrong and that you need to go back to the drawing. I'm speaking as a Ghanaian. I can speak for the opposition party as well. I'm not trying. I think in the last 4 months, they'll be able to pull their socks up and not for somebody who has spent euros buying hot dog vans. Ghana needed ambulances. You don't go and buy hot dog vans. It's almost time for the case stuff. So let's be very wise.
Okay.
Those used to say we should be as wise as the serpent. Now, I tell one who listens and see. I don't forget what you have said.
All right.
For the frog to die before we know how tall the frog is. So bye.
Thank you very much, Joe. Yeah, you want to wrap up the show first, please.
Wednesday, 15th May 2013. The Guardian also the Eurozone has slammed into its longest recession ever after economic activity across the region fell for the 6th quarter in a row. Economic output across the single currency area fell by 0.2 in the first 3 months of 2013. Statistics body Eurostat reported on Wednesday France, Spain, Italy, and the Netherlands all saw their economies shrink as the economic crisis in the Eurozone continued to hit its largest economies. This is the report. In 2013, John Mahama had then taken over. He was building UGMC. All this, he was building Terminal 3. All this, he was building Rich Hospital. All all this, he was building a trouble gas plant. Okay? This is visionary. This is what we call visionary. You understand? This is visionary leadership. And Dr. Mesro, we are here for education. We are not here to just spew out our political party's ambition or whatever. We are here to also educate. Let's say mobile money was done in Ghana in 2009. If he doesn't know, I'm educating him.
I think he's only telling us about how important it is. I think he's only telling us how important it is.
And then Ghana in 2009, Dr. Bamia was nowhere to be found in 2009.
So it's nothing new.
He needs to get, you see, we cannot begin to be stealing everything and then also pretend to corrupt minds of every Ghanaian. We will not allow for our minds to be corrupted. Because when 2009,
I don't think he's being no. I don't think he's being silly. If he tells us that the mobile money is an example of digitization, is only telling us how important it is. And with education, no, I'm coming. And with 1 minute. And with education, can you listen? Can you listen, please? Can you listen, please? What I'm saying is, if you're telling us when it came into being, let's say the mobile money came into being, as to when it came, I don't think it has anything to do with we being educated. If you want us to tell us the fact, well, we're ready to take it. Okay.
He is referencing that achievement to Baumia. That's what I'm saying. He says we should credit that to Dr. Baumia, but I am telling you that thing came into existence in 2009. 2009, Baumia was probably trying to, resurrect from his grave. He was nowhere to be seen.
Okay, so it's only a clarification.
He needs to credit people for this achievement. He needs to give the credit to the rightful people. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, thank you for your clarification. Yes, go on.
Doctor, governance, as Mr. Dupont said, is a continuous process. Okay? So it is not right for when it fits you, you think governance being a continuous process, it is good. And for that matter, we need to accept it. But when it goes against you, then governance being a continuous process is bad. Just let Commander Sugar Factory for him. Governance is a continuous process. If he even didn't plant sugar cane, it is for you to go and plant the
Joe, be snappy for us, please. Please be snappy for us. Wadaruma, Pocho.
Yeah. So what I am saying is that if you are telling me planting for food and jobs today, doctor, under Kufuor's tenure in office, we have planting for food and jobs as a mainstream policy. Today, one pepper is going for 5 cedi. One pepper under planting for food and jobs. This is not a corruption and ineptitude and incompetence at the highest level. Doctor, did you realize that since when has this happened in Ghana? And the planting for food and jobs, you buy the cake, the pepper. This under Kufuor's government. It is no wonder that someone has called Kufuor as the worst black leader on earth. The worst in the whole world, not the worst black leader. So if there is even a black leader in the cemetery, Kufuor is worse than that person in the cemetery. That is what we are talking about. But Ghanaians, there is hope. Doctor.
Yes, sir.
What I'm saying is there is hope. The hope is that John Mahama is coming.
Oh, come on.
The path you left.
Okay. Good luck to him.
That Aboboya is going into the ditch. Get back into the path.
All right. Thank you.
The path is ready to take you to your rightful destination. This is what we need.
Okay.
We don't need anybody now. Have you seen what Baumia has said now? Have you heard what he has said now?
Please, can you end it, please?
I'm giving you this breaking news.
Okay.
Doctor, have you heard it?
Which one?
Baumia said, under him as the vice president, the economic management team is so useless and dead. And for that matter, when he becomes president, he will chair the economic management team as president.
What I found a little controversial, what I rather found controversial is that when he said that
as vice president, he cannot even manage the economy. Now he wants to head the economic management team when he becomes president.
Please, Joe, can we go home, please? Doctor, let
me give you this prophecy. I'm giving you this prophecy.
Okay.
And I end.
Okay.
By this market, if you have pounds, hide it somewhere. By December 2024, 1 pound will be 40 cities. Market on the
Are you a prophet? Hey, you have now become a prophet.
You are buying dollars. They are buying dollars and pounds in Ghana.
They are buying dollars. They are buying dollars. They couldn't manage the economy. Now, when you go and IMF give you 3.6,
do you still, Joe? Do you still stand by your words? You still stand your words? Say, are you listening, Joe? It's here. You still stand by your words that Segabu should come to the NDC. Joe, do you still stand by your words?
I respected you, but I thought you would resign party and look for a proper political party.
Do you still?
When you go home, you reflect about this question. When you go home, you reflect about since independence, Ghana have resorted to IMF for 18 times.
You won't go there.
Why?
I thought
No.
You won't go there.
No. The leaders, the MPP leaders, live in a developing country, Ghana. They don't live on any planet. Have you asked us? Ghana have resorted to IMF 19 times. 19 times.
Joe, can I ask you a simple question?
Muhammad went twice. And when you go on that, you must understand the economies you run.
Joe.
The point is that we are running the country. We are all Ghanaians.
Yes.
You people should not, be too arrogant, but come down and be humble and apologize to Ghanaians that we failed up.
Joe.
We are sorry.
That is your opinion.
This is your opinion. Get out of office. They have no.
That is opinion. That is opinion.
I think I'll end the program here. Good night, guys. Joe, I was asking you a very simple question.
3.4%.
Joe. Joe, can I ask you a very simple question?
1 pound is 19 cities now.
Can I ask you a simple question?
You are not ashamed. You are not ashamed.
Joe,
You are not ashamed.
can I ask you a simple question? Joe, can I ask you a question? I think Joe is not ready to listen to me. So maybe I was going to ask him if he still is. I'm asking you if you still stand by your words. Does Segabu still should switch carpet and come to NDC?
Yes.
Also,
come to the party of conscience, because where he is, there is no conscience there.
All right. So, gentlemen, this is the show where we can bring it to an end. We've had it a few minutes, but it seems to be extending. I think this is where we can end the show. So we see you hopefully next week. Nyamboa. ODUPONG, to all the panelists and listeners, we want to say that do have a good night. This is Dr. Morton, and then thanks for listening. Enjoy the week ahead.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, guys. Good night. Thank you. Bye.
Good evening, Segabu. Have a good night.
Joe and the uncle.